ExpiringFrog asks, what mind-blowing but simple facts would satisfy a 4-year-old daughter's daily request for one fact before bedtime? Dogs can tell when you're coming home by how much of your scent is left in the house if you have a daily routine. Dogs have a sense of time beyond its relation to smells lingering. As anecdotal evidence, I feed my dogs at 8 in the evening every day. If I forget, right around 8:15, they will get up and start badgering me until they get fed. Also, I get up at 9 AM for work every day. I let them out at that time. On the weekends, when I really want to be sleeping in, 9 AM without fail they are up and grabbing 2 toys and squeaking them in my ear until I get up. Persistent bastards. My parents' dog waits for me on Sundays. That's when I visit every week. She does that any other day according to them, but she always says hello through the window before I even open the door. She's the best little sister I never had. Most people have more than the average number of arms. At first I was like, oh, a troll comment, but then I realized some people have less than 2 arms, making the average less than 2. Nice one. Which is an excellent lead into teaching someone the difference between mean, median, and mode. Oh my god, I teach statistics and this is gold. A day on Venus takes longer to complete than a year on Venus. How? It simply takes longer for Venus to do one complete rotation around its own axis than it does for the entire planet to rotate around the sun. Edit. From memory, I believe it's only 10 to 15 days difference, but still an interesting fact. Another fact is that aluminum used to be such precious metal, and so expensive that the top point of the Washington Monument is made of pure aluminum. At the time of construction, that aluminum would be like capping it with platinum today. And Napoleon ate with an aluminum spoon and had his guests use gold ones. Or was it bronze? I don't remember. Platinum is less expensive per ounce than gold. Aluminum is still pretty expensive, about 40% more expensive than steel. Otters have skin pockets for their favorite rocks. They are also surprisingly vicious. I seem to remember that most sea otters are left-handed too. The name for the Arctic comes from the ancient Greek word for bear, Arctos, named after one of the constellations Ursa Major, Big Bear, or Ursa Minor, Little Bear. But there are bears living there too. So basically the Arctic is called bear and the Antarctic is called not bear. Edit. Slight fact correction. Thanks to user Wolfie Rampant. And the word bear isn't the animal's actual name. Ancient peoples feared that speaking its name would bring bad luck. It's a euphemism roughly translated to the brown one. The scientific name for a grizzly bear is Ursa arctos, so bear. Naming conventions have led to some of the weirdest facts around. Canary birds are named after the Canary Islands, which are named after dogs. What? Cashews come from a fruit. The fruit is edible, but apparently hard to transport long distances, so the only places you're likely to find it are where cashews are grown. They also don't grow inside the fruit, they're on top of it, like a sort of ridiculous hat. Edit. Not on top, underneath. My bad. Either the fruit is the ridiculous hat or the nuts is either a set of testicles or, as somebody below me said, a massive dump. Edit. Wow. Gold. Thanks a heap. And grow as a woody appendage to the cashew apple, not inside the fruit itself. A Siamese cat's fur is dependent on its body temperature. That's why the cooler areas of the body, such as the nose, paws, and tail, are darker than the rest. Himalayan rabbits are the same. If you shave a patch of a Himalayan rabbit's fur and tape an ice pack to the bald patch, the fur will grow back black instead of white. Because the enzyme for fur color is only activated at temperatures lower than 25 degrees Celsius. Most elephants weigh less than a blue whale's tongue. I guess I'm for because I'm loving all the facts in this thread. Most species of burrowing spiders keep teeny tiny frogs in their burrows to keep it free of bugs too small for the spider to get that might try to eat the spider's eggs. This means the tiny frogs are spiders' cats. Yes, I love it when my cat saves my human eggs from being eaten by tiny bugs. Do you think the frog is terrified of its 8-eyed host, or do you think they appreciate the protection and free food? Wow, spiders have pets. I did not know that. From the time Pluto was discovered until the time it was demoted from the planethood, it still hadn't made one complete revolution around the sun. 73 years from 1933 to 2006 out of a 248-year orbit. This makes me sad, it hadn't even gotten one birthday. Neptune has finished only one revolution since its discovery, in 2011, as it was discovered in late 1846. That's why it got demoted, slow AF. But it made a complete revolution around our hearts. In Switzerland, it's illegal to own just one guinea pig. If you have any, you have to have at least 2. They get lonely. Can confirm I have 3 poop machines running around. That's honestly an adorable law. Bees tell their friends about good nearby flowers by dancing. I once told my son that there was a scientist for everything, so we started a tradition where he'd pick something to see if there were people that studied it, and I'd give him some age-appropriate examples of what they do. Edit, thank you for the silver. I'd suggest the study of metals and alloys, and when we use what kind. He's always talking about the different eras of human history. Primitive age, modern age, future age, etc. So it'd be a good segue to Iron Age, Bronze Age. Edited again to add, since it's been mentioned in so many replies, apparently the podcast Ologies is like this. May not have the most family-friendly vocabulary, but I don't know, I haven't listened to any of it. A lot of TV or internet videos she watches comes via undersea cables. That's because the undersea cables are faster than satellite. Also a wait, what? Thought. And sharks like to eat them. Next time the internet is down, tell her daddy shark ate it. I used to work as a person who set up tickets whenever these types of lines needed to be repaired. Finding out the different ways they were damaged was always entertaining. Sharksies said were always a problem with the undersea lines, but the physical lines in cities would often get damaged due to people. My favorite one was the line was damaged. Tech went out to fix the line and found a bunch of homeless people had burnt right through it. This particular line was on the underside of a bridge and the homeless people had set up fires there for shelter. The tech was super pissy because they ended up having to reroute the line so it could be buried. SubmarineCableMap.com. There's an island in Japan populated only by fluffy bunnies. Been there. It's the most amazing place on Earth. Bunny owner. And there are ruins there from chemical weapons testing facilities. That Google search made my day. The building in the world with the most toilets is Wembley Stadium. Cows get excited when they solve puzzles. The filling in a Kit Kat is broken up Kit Kats. One time a guy ate an airplane. It took him several years, but he did it. The little jump guinea pigs do when they're happy is called popcorning. The cat walks towards you with its tail up. It means it likes you and is excited to see you. Elephants have a noise that means, there are bees here, let's leave immediately. They played golf on the moon one time. I will add more if I think of them. What topics does she like? But what was used for the filling of the first Kit Kat? Elephants also emit really low sounds that humans can't hear, but other elephants can hear it up to 5 kilometers away, and sometimes more. 5 kilometers is 3.1 miles. Brigadier Sir Niles Olav is a king penguin. He is Colonel-in-Chief of the Norwegian Kingsguard, as well as the mascot. He currently lives in Edinburgh Zoo in Scotland. So Scotland is currently holding a Norwegian colonel as a prisoner of war, and he's got a little armband to prove he's special. Edinburgh Zoo is great, but the penguins were by far my favorite. Quote, he currently lives in end quote, makes me feel like the penguin is a human. They had a ceremony for his promotion and everything. Pineapples are a collection of berries. Bananas are fruits too, and they grow on banana plants, not banana trees. You what, when, where now? A collection of crows is a murder. A collection of owls is a parliament. A collection of squids is a pod. A collection of berries is a pineapple. Pineapples also grow perched on top of a bush that looks like the top of a much larger subterranean pineapple. Pineapples were also the first fruit to be canned and sold. A pineapple is a multiple fruit. It consists of multiple ovaries fused together. Fun fact, things that are considered berries are tomatoes, Indian pepper, jalapenos, bell pepper, etc., and obviously grapes. Corn too. Each kernel is considered an individual fruit. Blew my mind when I first saw one growing. I don't know why I assumed there were a bunch hanging from the trees. Giraffe tongues are black to protect from sunburn as they are out so much during the day. Giraffes and humans have the same number of bones in their necks. Giraffes are just longer. You've got 253 comments as of this post OP. Only 12 more to go for a full year's worth of facts. Here's mine. The Romans were some of the first people to wear bikinis. Once you filter out the ones about sex and death, it's probably a good bit lower. You won't need more than 365 because these facts are only for 6-year-olds. If she waits until January 1st to start, she will need 366 facts. There are quite a few duplicates. He now has enough for over 20 years, assuming every comment is a fact. Kangaroos can't walk backwards. Edit. I want to make it clear that I have no idea who Daniel Tosh is, and when I say walk, I mean hop. Kangaroos can't walk at all. Their hind legs can't move independently. Neither can emus, which is why they're featured on the Australian coat of arms, as it symbolizes our country always moving forward. Daniel Tosh drove this into my brain and it never left. Horses are more closely related to rhinos than to deer. Additionally, horses have roughly a 350-degree field of vision around them, with one of their 2 blind spots being in the front. Horses can't see directly ahead for up to about 4 feet. Mushrooms are more closely related to humans than they are to plants. When a bee is chosen to be the new queen, they are given a special type of honey that completely changes their bodies, kind of like a Pokemon evolves. I don't remember Pokemon getting honey. Super simplified, but it's still pretty cool to think about. Royal jelly. Royal slurm.
Please support me by liking and subscribing.